Hello everyone and welcome back to Attingham Park. We're starting off with a little bit of a montage and then we'll get into it. Welcome back. As you can see, we're in the second day of April. We have mowed field 19, as you saw a little bit earlier with the montage. And right now we are tedding it to a semi-dry state. We hopefully will be able to get some of the, well, maybe not the hay baling done today, but we're going to try to get the baling done on the other field. I am going to, I believe, switch out the windrower. I'm not a big fan of the one I have after using it. So we'll probably trade that in and see what's on the market and what we can get. We have this field planted now. These have both been cut a couple days. This one's cut and has semi-dry grass in it. And this one will have semi-dry grass in it when we are finished with the tedding today. The other thing I might do is pick up... No, I don't think so. So there's a couple recipes we can use for MaizePlus for the cows. And our bales are now, that we did the other day, are now fully fermented. So we have grass silage bales. And the recipe There's a few different recipes in MaizePlus, and one of them is called Dairy Cattle 2, and all it takes is silage and hay, and we should be able to get TMR. I'm hoping that'll work. The other recipe I would like to use is possibly another one called Realistic Mixture. And honestly, with that one, all you need is grass silage and maize silage, and you only need a little bit to actually get your TMR. So if we can't get the other one to work, we'll just maybe buy a couple maize silage bales, or trade in some of ours and buy some maize silage ones and go from there. But I'm hoping that then we can actually get the cows healthy and get them all the mixtures that they need. They don't produce milk until 27 months, so we got a ways until that. But if I can get them fully healthy and ready, we can start producing more slurry and other stuff. And eventually, when they're completely ready, they can reproduce and then produce milk. There is quite a few baling contracts. It seems like there's just a boatload of them. So we might maybe look at those two. The other thing we will have to do is, and that's a bad state. I don't know why it's so bad. Our nitrogen levels are way up. I think that's because I did the, what would you call it? I didn't do auto application. I just applied our own. So I don't think they like it. Even though it's still all, for some reason the pumps and hoses makes it all streaky. But we will have to apply nitrogen eventually to field 19 and 17. 23, I believe we were good. We could maybe look at some of it. But I thought we were good for most of it, but I'll double check it. Weed control, I'm not sure we're going to have to do really any of that. This, I believe we need, yeah, we need to get, we might probably do the lime spreading instead of contracts. We're just wrapping up this now. Then I think we are going to trade out our windrower and maybe try to do some of the TMR mixture just to see what we can all do. So. Alright, so we're back here. We got the JCB hooked up to the mixer wagon. We got the JCB telehandler with our grass silage bale here. And as you can see with MaizePlus, they bring up on the bottom of the screen the current recipe you have. So right now we have the dairy cattle recipe. You can see on the bottom there, the minimum percentage of silage we need is 25%. The minimum hay is 20%. The rest of those are all just extras you can add in. You don't necessarily need molasses, water, a grain grist, brewer's grain, or mineral feed even in there. They're really just not fillers, but they're other ingredients you can put in to add a little bit more like realism to your game, adding in some stuff for different recipes to cattle. And as you can see, like all you need for molasses is a little bit, 5% max water, 10% on the grain grist, brewer's grain, and mineral feed. So we're gonna throw in this silage bale. Hopefully that's the right silage, is what it wants. I'm hoping it's not whole crop silage. Guess we'll find out. And then we'll throw in hay. Yeah, so it's moving the silage up, so that's good. It's kind of hard to see with the background on the bottom there, but you can still see that recipe moving up. So we only have 27% of the wagon full. And there goes our hay going up. So now we should we pretty much have a TMR mixture right now. 50-50. No, 52-47. Apparently not, all we have is hay in there. Oh, we need to bring down our hay mixture is a little too high. We need to bring our hay mixture down a little bit. So we'll grab another silage bale here. Now we have a TMR mixture. So once you have the TMR mixture, that should be enough. That should be all you need to get the cows all 4 food groups. Yep, so you can see our base food's going up. The moisture food, our power food. We already had a bunch of this in there, but that's also gone up a little bit as well. Looks like their food's maxed out. We might have to let them drain some of this and eat a bunch of the hay down, and then we can start going from there a little easier. We also might consider buying just more cows. That way we have them. So that's a pretty simple recipe there. People look at some of the recipes and they think they look all complex, but really, I mean, all it took was hay and silage. Nothing fancy. And that's the same with some of the other recipes too. They only really need a couple ingredients to make them work. But you have all those extra components that you can add in to help bring some realism into the game, and we're going to try to do that with MaizePlus. We're going to try to do some of the other milling and maize silage, as well as a few other things. But over at the other field, we have the New Holland hooked up with our new tedder, or our new windrow. So we're going to jump over there and do that small field, and then we'll work on getting that baled up as well. So I'll catch you over there. Alright, so we sold the other one. We got about, I think, 32,000 for it. And then we bought this one, and it's a little bit smaller. But I didn't want to go with something huge right off the bat. But if we feel like this is just way too small at some point, we might transition up to a larger one. But it shouldn't be too bad for some of these fields we have. Maybe the larger one, it'll take a little bit more time, but that's not too bad. I'm gonna do a little bit of a time lapse here. Won't be too long, and then we'll work on getting the baler out.
Looking back at the good times before it all went down. Climbed right up on the hillside, a different view of my life. You left me running on and on, but I don't care, would you let me in? You said goodbye like everything's gone, everything that we could have been. But I know you are my liability. Yeah, I know you are my You say that you're sorry. We turn the page and make up. A broken trust got you haunted.
Well, we finished up the windrow in there. We're gonna grab the McCormick and the baler now. Head over there. Then we will be also wrapping those bales. We have quite a bit of the grass silage bales, so if we need to, we could probably sell some of them. Might have to place a sell point down to actually get a price for them, but we'll see. The other thing I wanted to mention was, while I was recording this and whatnot, the latest update had come out, but I'm still playing on the older update, or the older update, so 1.7.1 or something like that. Just because there had been a few little issues with the script mods, and I honestly just wanted to jump on and play. I have been working a little bit extra longer hours, so when you get all those hours in and whatnot, it gets a little harder to stay focused while gaming or editing. So I just wanted to get on, relax a bit, play, not have to worry about messing with mods or having conflicts and dealing with all that. So hopefully here in the next couple days, a lot of those mods will be fixed. We'll be back up and normal, and we can update and get on the latest version. Because there was an update to pumps and hoses that had a lot that they did, so I'm hoping to get that done, and then hopefully that'll help with as we get more progressed with the pumps and hoses DLC. We can see what's going on with the BGA, the new BGA, the fermenter, and also with just using some of the equipment to its full potential. So we're gonna do kind of the same thing here. We're gonna jump to a little bit of a time lapse as we bale, and I'll catch back up with you in a little bit.
Was enough to leave me chasing you on and on.
Alright, well, we're finished up there. We only got, I think, 8 bales. I might run along the field here just to see if I can finish getting this last bale done. So, yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7 or 8. A couple along the edge you can't see. Ooh. So that was pretty quick. Kind of nice working in the small field. You can knock out jobs just a handful of minutes. It'd be nice to get those baled up or wrapped up. Then we can focus on possibly plowing that field up and seeing what we can plant in there. If we look at our crop calendar, I don't know, we could put sorghum, soybeans, or corn in there, but I might just let it grow for maybe one more cut or two. And then in August, we could get some canola in there. That or wheat or barley. Let's jump in the New Holland here. Grab our bale wrapper. And get to work.
Oh, what a hopeless place that we're in. But I'm your liability. I know you are my liability. Yeah, I know you are my liability. Oh, what a hopeless case we could be. Yeah. Oh, what a hopeless place that we're in. But I'm your liability.
Finished up with the wrapping, so we'll probably just grab those, throw them on the trailer, and get them stashed over here. We won't want to mix them in with the other ones right away because they still need at least a couple days to ferment. Then after that, we will look at what we need for lime spreading. Learn how to back up. that was a terrible turn. So I know MaizePlus can seem kind of intimidating. There's, it changes the animal recipes. You have grass silage, maize silage, whole crop silage. The way you do the tedding, if you want to do the tedding different, the way you do the mower with the conditioner, or all the extras with brewer's grain and beet pulp and the different things you can put in the bunker silo, and just the way it all comes out. And there's it adds a ton of more icons, a ton of more variety, and then definitely the recipes kind of come off intimidating the way the food works, especially if you have the animal grazing mod too. That brings a whole nother aspect to it. But it's not too difficult once you start playing with it. You catch on pretty quick, especially if you check out the PDF, which I do have listed in the description. Also, I've watched some of the tutorial videos, especially by Disturbed Simulations. He does a great job. He's part of the farming agency ambassador for the English, I believe, English-speaking people. I'm not real sure how it works out there. And then the MaizePlus Discord as well has a ton of information in it. Also, if you do have any questions, or you want to keep up on any of my content, or want any help with questions or content on stuff, I do have a Discord myself, so you're more than welcome to join in there and ask questions. I check it pretty frequently throughout the day. We'll drop the trailer back in the shed here, and then we're going to check out what we need for lime spreading. I don't think I have any mods added in for lime spreading, just the base game equipment. I think we're going to maybe take a look at the mod hub store or the in-game store, see if there's any other lime spreaders. Otherwise, we might just rent at least one of these and use it. We'll look into that, but I think we might call that an episode for today. So, thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, so that you can stay up to date on all my content. Turn on notifications to get the content notifications right away. So, thank you for watching, everyone. We'll catch you on the next one.